It's close. You know, my kids have a lot to say. Well, I would have never thought at this point in my life a business decision has to come from my 7-year-old son and my 14-year-old daughter. They live in Dallas. In the past 2 years, I haven't lived with them, so I missed a lot of time. And I think at the end of the day, it's going to come down to their opinion, what they want me to do, and after that, then I can make an appropriate decision based off how my family feels. But do I physically feel like I can play now? With the orthopedic treatment and everything, for maybe a year or two more? Yeah, absolutely. This life is about that. When you can't reinvent yourself, then you're dead in the water, no matter who you are. That's what this life is about. If you're okay with where you're at and what you've done, then you can never excel. Basketball doesn't determine who I am as a person. Basketball's giving me an opportunity to be a better person. Basketball's giving me an opportunity to be a very successful man away from this game. I think you guys will be over this next year, you guys will be really surprised at some of the things I've done away from basketball. But you just keep reinventing yourself. I don't think you can ever stop. If you want to be successful, you got to find a way to be better. For me, athletically, I knew that part was diminishing. So what do you do to be, to keep yourself as a commodity, in the league? You got to change different things. You got to change the way you eat. You got to change the way you approach games. You got to change the way you think. And I just use that format as a tool in life, and it's done very well for me. I keep hearing people saying, the youth juice, that I've had, and it's just, it's different. Like, that you can't do the same things that you used to can do, but I'm okay with changing things up as long as it helps me in a manner that it can help, others around me, basketball, business, family, and it's been quite a bit, 18 years, and I think that's where I come in to help this team, even away from basketball, because I've had to do those things. I've seen every aspect of this league, the good, the bad, the ugly, and these are the stories that I can tell these guys, and hopefully I can be an influence on these guys to make them better people, make them better players, and make us a better team. It was 2 of the hardest years. It was, when you come in and the team is expected to compete for a championship, and you having to be a piece that could help, and when you basically had the knee injury, had the wrist injury, it was hard. It was hard, and it's funny because guys asked me yesterday on the web here, what did I do when I was here? Outside of after game meals, I can't ever recall myself even coming out much in 2 years, and that's just where I was mentally. And I think that's the biggest thing that I took from it. It's just the mental struggle and how do you respond to that. And it's easy to give up because that's the easy thing to do. You've made a nice living for yourself economically. I could have went off and just enjoyed my family, but that's not who I am. Very prideful, very prideful. I work very hard at what I do. It's funny because I went all the way back to doing blood test diets. So basically figuring out what I'm allergic to. I found out a year ago that I'm allergic to eggs. I've been eating eggs all my life. So those are the things that kind of made me swell a little bit. Things that kind of gave me, I got tired a lot because of eggs and stuff like that, so now I watch what I eat. And small things like that equals out to me performing and still being able to perform at 18 years plus after all the injuries that I've had. Coming back, missing the game in Toronto, and then coming back and having to play 30+ minutes last night. It's just one of those things where I'm very in tune with where I'm at, where I'm at physically, mentally, and those two things play very well into each other in professional sports.